Hello YouTube. Today, as you can see, I've got sort of a different video for you. I found this old Toshiba T1000. It's 23 years old, and so I'm just going to be taking it apart, seeing what's inside, and I thought I'd make an interesting video. So, the screws here on the bottom, so I'm going to be taking those out. So this is an old DOS-based computer system. As you can tell, it doesn't have any mouse pointer system, just a keyboard. It's all the regular keys you would find, but it's just got this screen. It looks like it's got markings there. Not sure what those markings are in though. And we've got some more on this side. A few more. So I got two screws out there, but they were in deep holes right there, so I couldn't get them out. And I think that this is the last one then. So now it seems like this should somehow detach. I'm not sure where, because it seems like something's still holding it on. Alright, so I got some more tools in hopes of being able to maybe pry it open or use them to get the screw better. So we'll see how this goes. So I pulled the front of this top part off, and I don't know if you can see back in there, but I think it's still attached somehow back there, and I can't figure out. See, it goes up like this, but can't figure out how to get it off. I feel like something's about to give though, so I'm gonna just try lifting it up from the back. Alright, there we go. Alright, so I got this part off, and you can see that there we have the things connecting the LCD. So I'm going to try to deattach those next so we can get it into two separate pieces and lay it out. The goal here is going to be to reassemble it, and then I don't know what. It wasn't working when I got it, so it's not going to be really a way to test if I broke anything. A lot of these screws are on really tight, so it's pretty hard to get some things undone. I put that piece to the side for a second, just so that I could look at this stuff here. And right now, I'm going to be trying to take off the keyboard. Those two LEDs are things that indicate low battery power, things like that. So there's, looks like there's just two screws there and there, keeping the keyboard on. And they are not, this one wasn't screwed on that tight, so hopefully the screws, not all the screws will be as hard as the one on the keyboard or the back of this, like you saw. I'll be able to get most of the screws undone. So far this has been a pretty long video. It's going to take a lot of editing to get it down under the time limit. There's the connector cable for the keyboard, and here's the back panel. So there's quite a few screws on the back panel here. Just going to flip this over. Now, I'm going to try and take off this whole back panel attached by all these screws. I'm not going to take you through each one of those. I'll cut back when it's almost done. Alright, so I got all the tiny little screws on the keyboard off. There's like 25 of them, you can see them right there. Now, I'm going to take the two pieces apart. Here's like the electrical contact points. All those correspond to a key on the keyboard. You can see when you press one, use that part to press one of these and create a circuit. And then all these lead back to here, which is what connects. So I'm just going to put this aside for a second so that I can have more room. And I'm not really sure where to put this. I guess I'll just put it up here for now until I need that space. So yeah, I'd like to be able to disconnect that, but I'm not too sure how to disconnect things from the motherboard. But screws I can handle. So probably just going to be unscrewing more stuff. So here looks like the floppy drive. There's the place where you put in the floppy disks. And so I'm going to be trying to take that out now. Are there any other screws on this? Here. Get that screw. Uh-oh. Dropped a screw. Be right back. Looks like there are going to be some screws that are hard to get to. Like you can see that one down in there maybe. Yeah, so maybe not be able to get this whole thing disassembled, but I'm going to go as far as I can before attempting to reassemble it. That part was keeping the battery in. So this is the battery. It's actually pretty heavy. Alright, now I'm going to be going for that screw there. I hope that's the last one before this plastic thing will come off, but it's likely that it's secured on there by some other means. Alright, so these things are really just being held in by some tabs, so I'm going to be getting those off now. And there are also some tabs there, so I think I just have to, okay, there, got that. So now it's just really being held in by this ribbon cable. Just having trouble prying that up, so I'm back with some even smaller tools. I don't know if you can see that, but that's a small flathead screwdriver. So I'm going to be trying this again. Alright, so we got the ribbon cable. Just lost a couple screws there. But I got the ribbon cable for the floppy drive. And yeah, you can tell that this has no hard disk. Runs off of floppy disks. So now that I got one, I'm going to be trying to unplug some more ribbon cables after I get the screws that I just dropped. So right now I'm going to be trying to get that part of the battery out so that we can get the battery out of the way. Okay, so I got the battery unplugged. It's right there. Now, going for the big ribbon cable here for the keyboard, and then the small one for the LCD. Figured this would happen before I was finished, but I broke something. Luckily it was just two plastic pieces, nothing important. Everything still fits back together without them. But hopefully this won't happen again. Okay, so I got the motherboard off of the inner casing. it's pretty much taken apart. We've still got the speaker in there. I've got the keyboard still hanging off attached right here. So, I mean, that's pretty much as far as we can go. Probably the processor. I don't really know a whole lot about computers. And now I'm going to be attempting to put it all back together. So I'll speed through that.